before we have speeches, please allow me to tell you a short story. The story of Sabrage. 200 years ago, and certainly throughout the period of the Napoleonic Wars, young, dashing, handsome French cavalry officers would always take a bottle of champagne with them wherever they went. And to show off to the ladies, rather than pop the cork out, they would simply take up their sword and slice straight through the glass, which became known as the art of sabrage. When the happy couple heard about sabrage, they scoured the length and breadth of the country to find a young, dashing, handsome man who could perform sabrage. Now, as you can see, they couldn't find one. So in the absence of a young, dashing, handsome man, it gives me great privilege to sabrage this bottle.
Hold on a minute. I know a young, handsome, dashing man who can do that for you.
It's taken me 30 years to learn that.
Here he is.
Well.
You've got some break. Go on, Charlie.
Now look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. 30 years down the drain. He did it in one. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The first speech today is in the hands of the proudest man in the room, father of the bride, Chris.
Take a little note out. As I look at this beautiful woman before me in this lovely wedding dress, I can't help but reflect on the girl she was and the woman she's become. All through her life, she has brought her joy to her mother and myself, and while not every day has been perfect, the love I feel for her has been. Today she has joined hands with this wonderful young man, and in addition to sparkle I have always seen in her eye, today I see the love and joy there beyond anything I've seen thus far. She and Jordan today have completed each other as they become a new family unit. Please join me in wishing Becky and Jordan every happiness possible and long joyful life together as husband and wife. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time now. This new couple before you are two amazing individuals, and together they become an even more amazing couple. Love constantly, I can't even see my own writing here. Slowly. Sorry. All I'm going to say is love constantly, accuse slowly, forgive quickly, and share everything. Be each other's best friends. The day I first met Becky, right, this is where we go now, with her two front teeth missing, in the shop where her mum worked, all she was after was my Winnie the Pooh key fob. And what she got that day was my heart. As Becky has grown into this beautiful woman you see before you, along the way there have been some laughs and some tears. Becky as a child was a very shy person and would burst into tears at the drop of a hat. Look at her now. She's outgoing, independent, strong, and she's very thoughtful. When George was born, Becky immediately became a second mum to him. They were inseparable. I can't say again. They were inseparable. The countless times we would find them either sat on their bed or on the floor listening to music. It was unbelievable. When her mum fell seriously ill, Becky, still at school, after a hard day of learning, she would come home and start to help out with the housework, the chores. She'd help her mum with the needs, as well as George and Michael. She would start getting the teas together. And that's the caring side of Becky. Is she funny? Becky once nearly caused a serious car crash. When she was about 9 and her mum was expecting George, who was on his way out one night to the club where we used to go every Saturday night, Michael. And as we went past the doctor's surgery, her mum said, "That window there with the light on is where the midwife is." So Michael in the back of the car said, you know, can we come in with you, Mum? When would you go? And so, of course you can. The midwife wants you to, you know, get involved and touch the baby. Little voice at the back of the car says, you don't think I'm sticking my hand up there, do you? As you can imagine, the car nearly went off the road. Another occasion that stands out is where she sat down for tea when Becky started to talk about a wedding she'd been invited to with a school friend. And all she could ask for is, can I have a camera? Basically, she wanted a disabled camera. Meaning a disposable. Yeah. She's funny, and all I can say, and I know this to my pedal, if you're going to have an accident, a slip, a trip or a fall, make sure you do it when Becky's not there. Because otherwise she will take the out of you. Somewhat rotten. Jordan. Jordan, like Becky's been known to come out with some words of wisdom. One day, sat in their kitchen talking about household appliances, Jordan came out with and believed that you could buy a combi, washing machine and dishwasher. There's evidence. I don't know. And I am. So when I say these two are a match made in heaven, yeah. Although it's a bit of like, put it in there. Sorry. Again, Jordan. I'll start again. Although it's a bit, he's a good lad. He's a bit of a lightweight when it comes to drinking. It's a bugger when your wife can drink you under the table. Saying that, we're all proud of you when we went to Beverley. You did do 10 pints that day, even though you were bollocks down the next day. Welcome to the family, lad. So, to be a father of a daughter seems a bit overwhelming, but anticipation for her life and for relationships helped me overcome my fears and work out to be a father worthy of such a daughter. Today we stand at another beginning as Becky and Jordan start a brand new family. Like me, they are probably filled with a feeling of being a little overwhelmed at it all, but those feelings will melt away in large parts as they anticipate their new life together, and that they build a relationship that will stand at the test of time. So again, be true to each other, always share your joys and your burdens, love much and laugh much, be each other's best friend, always speak well of one another, even in private and even when things aren't going too well. Forgive as often as is required. Marriage life is an adventure, and you embark today on that adventure together. Even though you are individuals, your covenant away today, that couple's more important than each. I can't say that separately. One day, if you are as fortunate as I have been, you will stand in awe of a new life entering your family. That will be another beginning, filled with appreciation and anticipation, bringing to you that relationships the same level of love, commitment you do to your marriage, and you will find joy beyond compare. So today, your friends and family surround you and begin something new and marvellous. Remember your promises, keep them with all your heart, and you will have that sense of joy and wonder that exceeds all I've here therefore known with all my heart. And I offer you my congratulations and warmest wishes as you begin the latest adventure life has to offer. The bride has been like a ray of warm sunlight in my soul from the day I first saw her. Now she begins a new life, and there will be another man to whom she will turn for love and protection. But I want her to know her father will always be there for her. So let's raise a glass. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
Right, okay. I'd like to start by welcoming you all, and as always, at such occasions as weddings, there are some names that would have been first on the guest list and were proud to be with us today. Could everyone please join me and Becky in standing and raising a toast to my grandma Kath, Becky's granddad Roger, and Becky's grandma Christine.
Cheers.
Here's to those who are gone but not gone.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to say too much. I've got a funny feeling I'm about to get ripped to shreds by that man at the end. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Some of you have come from around the corner, while some have travelled 12,000 miles all the way from sunny Australia. Thank you to both sets of parents and grandparents for your advice and guidance over the years. It's fair to say that has had a huge impact on the people we've become today. Thanks to Joe and Kieran for organising the stag do. 5-star for effort. And for taking me to Dublin, the exact place I would have handpicked myself. So I'd like to thank all the lads for that.
Good job.
Take all the credit.
Yeah. Finally, thank you to the star of the show, my wife Becky. You're the reason I'm here today. You look absolutely stunning and you deserve every second of today. Here's to the next chapter of our lives. Finally, one more bit. I'd like to invite everyone to enjoy the rest of the night, take plenty of photos, create plenty of memories, and don't be shy to fill the dance floor.
We've heard from the happiest and the luckiest man in the room. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hear from the most nervous man in the room.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. First, I'd like to thank Becky and Jordan for putting on a wicked do for us all today, and hope everyone has a good night tonight. As you probably heard earlier, it's probably going to be diabolical, so I'd settle back and just wait for it. So, first of all, I wanted to lay a couple of ground rules. Firstly, if you have a mobile phone, please leave it switched on and keep yourselves entertained. And secondly, if anyone does text you any good jokes, please feel free to forward them on. I probably need the help. So, hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Joe, the best man. I've known Jordan for as long as I can remember, which means since before we learned what a Ben Sherman shirt and a curb link chain looked like. And trust me, that wasn't a good look for either of us. And neither was the quiffed haircut that went with it. I think both Jordan and Kieran know what I'm talking about in the good old Dance Paradise days when Lynx Africa was the stuff of dreams. I've been told there's a few topics I should probably avoid in this speech today, so a lot of what I was going to say went out of the window straight away. So, first of all, I think Mandy will probably remember the first time we ever had a sleepover at her house. It was an eventful night, most notably the dart going through the glass pane above the bedroom door, and about 1,000 paper aeroplanes being thrown from his bedroom window, which she wasn't best pleased about. But boys will be boys. A lot of things have happened to us while we've been growing up, but I'll briefly run you through a couple of the funniest things. First of all, we all went to St Mary's School. All the boys know what I'm talking about. One day we got brave. We thought we'd try and have a bit of excitement for lunch rather than some soggy chips. So we thought we'd jump the fence. Anyways, so if anyone knows St Mary's School, you'll know that there's a gate at the back of the school. So we went to jump over. Jordan had just got a new Ben Sherman jacket. And he was real proud of his Ben Sherman jacket. He was walking around and he was like, look at my new jacket. It was like the bee's knees. So basically, we all jumped over. There was a little plank up against the fence. We jumped over, we're walking on. All of a sudden, from behind, they're like, help me! Help me! We looked around, he's literally like that, on the fence by his jacket. We fell over in hysterics and left him there about 5 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't get a picture of it that day, but it's probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. So that's that one. Secondly, probably one of my favourite moments, we used to play a lot of pool and darts. We used to think we were pretty good at both. Jordan still plays pool, don't know about darts. We was playing darts in his bedroom. I'm pretty sure Kieran was there with us as well. He went to get the darts out the board, turns around, the board just falls off the wall, off the top of the bed, wherever it was, clinks him straight in the head, nearly knocked him clean out. He still thinks he's a good darts player today. I don't know why. So, on to the serious stuff. Jordan's probably the most sensible one out of our group, as I'm sure everybody would agree. First to get a mortgage, first to get hitched, so he's obviously doing something right. Lads, take notes. Jordan's one of my longest and best mates. He's done a lot of wonderful things in all of our lives. It would be difficult to name them all. I'll just name a few. I can't read your writing, mate. Seriously though, it is all true. He's a great friend and I'm very proud to stand by his side today. But please, please, please never ask me to plan a trip away with the boys again. Absolute nightmare. I feel your pain. So, for Becky, I was aiming to be the best looking person in the room today, but I obviously failed miserably. You look absolutely stunning and I couldn't be happier for the two of you. I wish you both the happiest marriage and I hope you always find joy in the little things and each other. And I hope you have a lovely lifetime of happiness together as well. If everyone would like to please join me in a toast to the bride and groom. Yeah. To Jordan and Becky.
Jordan and Becky.
Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, George would now like to propose a toast to the happy couple.
I'd like to propose a toast to the best sister
Yeah?
and the best brother-in-law.
Rachel.
To Becky and Jordan.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will remember that fantastic welcome you gave this couple when you came into the room. Yeah? Could you all now please stand?
When they leave it.
I want to say, as they leave, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Gardner.
Wife. Give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gents, Jordan and Rebecca.
You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. On the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies and people who talk too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see? I want you to know it's enough for me. All that you are is all that I'll ever need. I'm so in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. You look so beautiful in this light, your silhouette over me. Out the blue in your eyes is the Tenerife Sea. So in love. So in love. So in love. So in love. You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. In the moment I knew you better.
Oh, how about that? Give them a huge round of applause, your bride and groom, Jordan and Rebecca. Many congratulations, guys.
Dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, we're listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling. You look perfect tonight.